So I'm sure we've all seen the pictures and some videos on Twitter of Julius Randle's transformation with his body, losing a lot of body fat but maintaining pretty much all of his muscle. And I've been hearing Luke Walton talk about how he's expecting the dude's athleticism to just shoot up this season. He was already a guy who could move along the floor pretty well for a power forward. So let's talk about Julius Randle. I'm going to talk about things I like about him, things I don't like about him, but then how this apparent newfound athleticism could really help him out moving forward. So the first thing that I notice he does really well is he just finishes at the rim. He shot around 60% at the basket this previous season, which is about all you can ask for a power forward. I mean, if he could even expand on that and get to maybe mid-60s, that would be great. And he's also a damn good rebounder. He averaged 10 rebounds a game in his second season, which might as well have been his rookie season because he only played one game in his actual rookie year. This previous year, he didn't grab as many boards, about 8.5, but that's still pretty good nonetheless. I do think we aren't asking power forwards to grab as many rebounds as we once did, and by we, I just mean the NBA. But even so, it does seem like Randle makes a difference as a rebounder when he's in the game, and that's good. But then we can also talk about his passing, which I didn't think was going to be a thing that was really going to become something for him in the NBA, just because, I mean, sure, I don't watch every single game the guy's played, but he never seemed to be someone who really showed that part of his game. But this previous season, he got up to 3.5 assists per, and that's intriguing. Because for big dudes who don't have the ball in their hands all the time, just getting up to over 3 assists a game shows just you're making plays for your teammates. And I think this can be done through like the pick and roll, for example, where you get ahead of steam going to the basket, the defense has to bring help, and then you can dump it off to someone. As well as in the low post, you catch guys cutting to the rim, Marc Gasol style. And being that he's only in his third season, I could see Randle developing into just one of the better passers in the NBA, given where he already is right now. And he still makes some mental mistakes, in my opinion. But then there's also his ball handling, and I think this was a big thing that really facilitated him jumping up in his assists. Randle is a pretty big dude. He's got some strength on him, no doubt. And given that he can actually have the ball in his hands and create some offense is a very good sign. I don't think he's ever going to be like some point power forward thing. Like sometimes the Warriors have Draymond Green just run the entire offense. I don't know if Randle can ever get to that point just because it's hard to do for anyone who plays the big man positions. But someone who at times can bring the ball up floor himself. If he grabs a rebound, he can go coast to coast. I think given his passing abilities and his ability to finish at the rim, being a strong ball handler should do very well for Julius Randle moving forward. And given that he's just supposed to be more athletic, that could be awesome. But now we got to get to the things where he's not as good at. Defensively, he hasn't been able to make a huge difference in terms of stopping the opponent. I would say he's never been like a tremendous athlete. Maybe that's changed now. But I just think his smarts defensively have never been the best either. And I do think some dude on Reddit one time nailed it perfectly, where they said Julius Randle is the large Dion Waiters. You know, pre-going on a crazy run with the Heat Dion Waiters. And that's kind of the thing, like, where is Randle's mental game? And I think that sort of thing can breed you to being not the best defensive player in the world. So if he can just learn how to play defense a little bit more, as well as just be flat out better, which some of that would be in line with his athleticism, then that could be good, but who knows. Also, the dude can't shoot. He has shown at least a kind of a willingness to shoot threes. He shot them this previous season, almost about one a game. Wasn't good from there at all. His mid-range game isn't good either, but I don't think you really need a mid-range game as a power forward in today's NBA anymore. The threes have to start going in because he doesn't provide any sort of spacing for the team, and it's a problem because you don't want your power forward clogging up the lane when he could be spacing the floor out and making you very difficult to defend. But if we can get a little more positive going into this following season, Lonzo Ball should make a difference for Julius Randle. Because Lonzo, with his passing abilities, sure, I don't think he's going to be amazing right away because very few rookies are, but he should make Randle's day easier. But now if we want to talk about this apparent new athleticism that Randle is going to have, given just he's in significantly better shape, we could see him being more effective in the pick and roll, specifically when it comes to finishing alley-oops and lob passes. But also we could see him just cutting to the basket. Maybe he'll start from the perimeter and he'll just go inside off ball, and then Lonzo can hit him with a pass right in motion. Defenses are going to have to be wary of Julius Randle this season if he's just going to be some off-ball terror in the half court. But we also got to talk about his other new teammate, Brook Lopez, at the center position. Lopez developed his three-point shot this season. He shot around 5 a game, and he shot almost league average. So that's going to help out Randle's passing abilities, because the floor could be completely spread for him when he's going inside off of a screen and roll. And then it could be an easy kick out, or he might just finish at the rim. So defenses are going to have to get creative with that. And then this play here, which you're going to see like 5,000 times, and by that I mean 2 more times, he really could be awesome in transition. Luke Walton said that he wants the Lakers to get in the mindset of running down floor consistently, and they're excited to do that because of Lonzo Ball now. So Randle could be receiving some passes around half court, and then he uses that ball handling and new athleticism to just finish at the rim really effectively, and Lonzo could help that out as well. But even if he doesn't finish at the rim on these fast break moments, he could pull a Paul Millsap and force his way into the post. And the defense, because they're still getting back, they're not really ready to react to that. And then he could hit someone off for an easy assist. And now there's the defense. Is his ability now to just, we assume, play defense going to be better? Can he move around the floor more effectively? Is he going to have the lateral quickness now to defend a point guard on a pick and roll? Is he going to have the ability to switch onto perimeter players and not be just lost defensively? Is he going to have the strength to still defend big guys in the post? It's going to be really interesting. And that's the big thing, because I think the 2 areas where Randle just isn't that good is shooting and defense. So even if he does other things well, he still might not even be a net positive for the Lakers just because he's not good at the 2 essential things for the NBA today. But if the defense is there, then he could still be a pretty effective player. I mean, the one comparison you hear a lot is Draymond Green. Draymond didn't even shoot that well from 3 this year, and he was still awesome as an impact player. But who knows, maybe Randle will be weak defensively still. Maybe it'll be something in between where he makes progress, but he's not an elite defensive player, which I think is totally fine. I don't know. It's going to be interesting with Julius Randle. How effective is he really going to be? But just him being in much better shape, he could have a breakout season for the Lakers.